Shannon Smith, and I'm here on behalf of Armstrong McCall and John Paul Mitchell Systems. What I'm going to go over today is Paul Mitchell's The Color line. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to use this, the color, to give a nice rich and vibrant color and to give you an even tone from root to ends. One thing for the color, what's great for me is I love that the low cost, it's actually a 3-ounce tube, so I'm getting more color out of each tube. And then I also love that the beeswax base kind of has that thicker consistency to it, so it adheres to the hair better, so from root to ends it's going to stay on the hair and give it that vibrancy color. So for you guys, once you bring it into your salon, you can use it with the low ammonia, so it's also healthier for the hair. So the amount of ammonia in the color, each tube all across the board, no matter whether it's a level 2 or a level 10, is exactly the same. So the health of the hair using the color is good to be able to use as a permanent, a semi-permanent, and a demi-permanent, which I will go over that with you today. So first of all, I'm going to talk to you about my guest today. My guest wanted a richer, vibrant, more red. So you can see that the red she had was kind of dingy, and also on the ends is kind of faded out. So we wanted to bring that back up and bring that vibrancy back up. So we did one section we left out, and this is the color that we have when it's done. So when I kind of said earlier, you can use the color, Paul Mitchell The Color, in 3 different ways as far as the longevity that you want it to stay. She already has that nice red base in there, so I just need a semi just to kind of, or a demi-permanent just to kind of boost that up a little bit. So by changing the developer in the color, you can actually change whether it's a permanent or a demi-permanent, which is what we're going to do. So for her, on her roots, we wanted to make sure it was a permanent color. So in the color, you have to use the 20 volume with the color. What was great about being able to do the same tubes is I use the same tubes in both my bowls and just changed the developer to get, like I said, the difference of it. So what we're going to do on her is just an all-over color. And as you can see, like back in here, another thing with Paul Mitchell The Color is that it's the long lasting of it. With that, like I said, the beeswax base, it adheres to the hair, so when we're applying her color, it stays in there longer. Another thing with Paul Mitchell The Color is their intermixable colors. They have a wide range of colors that you can use and mix them between the vibrancy that you're wanting them. Oh, let me see if I can let this do that. So we're going to apply. First, like I said, talking about that thicker consistency of it. So on my bowl and my brush and stuff, it's not a messy color to work with. It does have that thicker consistency. So I'm going to apply this right to her root color. Another thing with Paul Mitchell The Color is the gray coverage. All the color has actually is, it does have a brown base in it, so you're not going to have to worry about the gray coverage unless she has more than 50%. Then you need to add the N series, the NN, or the N plus to your formula. So with hers, even though we're doing a vibrant red, it already has that brown base in the colors themselves, so I don't have to add any N to her color itself, which for her is great because she wanted that more vibrant red. Just adding the straight, with hers we did a 5RO, a 5RR, a 4RO, and a 5WC, which is the warm copper, so we can get that warmer red color. Another way with it is the developers. Make sure you have the 20 volume for the permanent color. If you do a semi or a demi-permanent, so you're using either the 5 volume or the 10 volume, it's great to be able to use that for gray blending. So it's not a full coverage if you start using the 5 or the 10 volume. It's just going to kind of camouflage that gray, so as it grows out, it's not as harsh of a line, and it just has a gradual grow out. So you can see right now all we're doing is the permanent just at her roots. Sometimes with this beeswax base, just get a little bit more aggressive to work that color in there. But it's, like I said, it's great because it's not messy. And this is the 20 volume for that permanent. And then we're going to go back through, like I said, it's the same tube, same colors, just went down to the 10 volume. So now it makes it more of the demi-permanent. And I'm going to apply that to the ends. So when you're mixing just all with the same tubes, you're not going to have any difference from your root color to your ends color. And just make sure you get it saturated in there really good. One thing that I also love about the Paul Mitchell brushes is that they are a stiffer brush. So when I'm applying my color, I can actually go through and work that hair into the brush itself. And that'll bring that color throughout the whole end. To push it in throughout the color in throughout the hair shaft. And make sure you work it in good. Let's see, anything else as far as the Chrome Wax technology is really great. That gives that color that vibrancy. Like I said, I do love my redheads and they love to be vibrant, so it helps it keep it from fading faster. So to kind of go over everything again, like I said, this is Paul Mitchell to color with the confidence. The more you know about it, the better you can do different, use it in different ways. So whether it's a semi-permanent, a permanent, demi-permanent, for great coverage, great blending, anything like that, you can use it in different aspects of what you want to achieve for your client. So we're almost done here, and I'll show you kind of the finished red on the other side and turn her around. As far as processing with the color itself, the permanent color you can see as you apply it when you do a full head, permanent color needs to process the 35 minutes. When you go down to the demi-permanent, you just need to apply for 25 minutes. So it's really great because you can actually apply the roots all over, let that set for a minute, and then you go back through and apply the ends. And it's great because timing-wise in the salon, everything gets done at the same time, so then you're able to rinse it all at one time. That I love the thickness of this consistency of the color. It doesn't make the mess or anything like that. So rather than slapping all over her face. Make sure we work in that color really good on all those ends. So once again, just to kind of go over everything, so this is Paul Mitchell the color. And it's got the low ammonia, which is great for that, like I said, the health of the hair. I'm not blowing through that hair cuticle or anything like that with a high ammonia, depending on the different levels of the color. Another thing is a little low cost for me. So each of the tubes themselves are actually 3-ounce tubes. So each tube will last longer. You do mix 1-to-1 ratio, so 1 ounce color to 1 ounce of the developer. And the developers, depending on whether it's a 10, you can also use 5, and they have a 5 volume all the way up to 40, so 5, 10, 20, 30, and 40 volume, depending on what you're needing to do, as far as lift or just the deposit only. And then they do have the cream developers or also the clear developers. Mostly, the only difference between it is the consistency. With the beeswax base in the color, it can be a little bit thicker, so sometimes that clear developer makes it a little bit easier to work with. Sometimes with thicker hair, you can kind of maneuver it in there a little bit better, so that clear developer is a great option. Still, once again, 5, 10, 20, 30, and 40 volume with that. If the high lift, you do a double 40 with their high lift series, and double 40 with that, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. So once again, thank you for watching, and I am Shannon Smith on behalf of Armstrong McCall and John Paul Mitchell Systems. Thank you.